Hello everyone, welcome to J-Hook Crochet. I am Reggie and this is the Yarniversity. Welcome to you all. Thank you very much for being here today. If you're new here, welcome. Yarniversity is a weekly live class on a different yarn or crochet related subject each week. And this week we have a very interesting subject which we will talk about in just a little bit. But at the beginning of each of these live stream, I always have about half an hour in the beginning where we just talk about things that have to do with the channel over the past week, things that happened, things that are related to different challenges that are going on, or different things, or different designs, and so on. So if you're not interested in all that blabber and you're here with us live, then, you know, this is your time to go get yourself a cup of coffee, go to the toilet, or whatever you need. But if you are watching this on replay, then you can always skip ahead about half an hour. That's where the actual class actually begins. So hello to everyone. Welcome in. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please, I would very much appreciate it if you consider subscribing. And right next to the subscribe button down below, you will see a little button that says join. If you press that button, you will be able to join our membership program and gain special perks on the channel that regular subscribers don't get. If you want to know what it takes to be a member and what it gives you in return, all you gotta do is press that button or go in the description box below. There is a link that will take you there as well in case you can't see the join button. Sorry, so let's see who's with us today. Hello to Angela, the crazy poppy lady, and Anvita is here. Hello, and hello to Wanda, and Liz is ironing and watching the ads. Hello, and David is here. Hi, David. Go check out David. He has a channel too. Hello to Sarah, Sarah's Crochet Corner of the World. And hi, Catherine from Cat's Eye Catchers. If you're not subscribed to Catherine yet, you should definitely go check her out. She's my very loyal moderator and very good friend. And Angela got me on the TV. Oh my god, am I on big screen? Do I have like that much space? Hello to Debbie. Hi, and Christy is here. Good evening. And Maribel is here. Hello. And we have World Pass Knits. Hi. Welcome in. You may have told me your name at one time and I don't remember, but if you want, you can put it in a chat and I'll try to remember it this time. And hello to Laura from Tor 8 Star. Hi. And Anvita is saying, Debbie, your granddaughter is lovely. She is. I saw her on the picture. She is adorable. And hello to Debbie Loves Yarn. Good morning to you. Hi. Good to have you here. And Lacey, okay, my chat got stuck for a second. Hello, Lacey, and Amy is here. Welcome in. Debbie will be lurking. That is okay. Lurkers are welcome here. We welcome everyone. Hello to Doris from the Rose Cottage Studio. You have me up on a big screen too. Oh wow. And hi to Dee, welcome in, Granny D. Thank you. Thank you, Catherine. Good morning to Jamie, hello. It's evening for me. Yes, it is actually 6 in the afternoon here in Germany. Hello to Inga. All right, so just in case you are new here and you don't know. So my name is Reggie. This is my channel, J-Hook Crochet. This is Yarniversity, my Sunday live class in crochet and yarn related topics. And yeah, I live in Germany, so I am most likely in a different time zone than yours, other than maybe my neighbor countries. But even, you know, I'm in a different time zone than the UK and different time zone from Israel. And I have subscribers from Asia too. So, and Australia. I don't know if any of the Australians or New Zealanders are with us today, but hello to you all as well. Yeah, so as I've said, I always begin with a little bit of admin things for things that happened in the past week. So here are some things that happened in the past week. Angela, you sent me a photo, but it has the pattern test in shot, so best not show it. All right. Not yet. Yeah, so we have a few things on this week's agenda. Let's see, who do we have? Oh, we have vegan crochet. You don't have chat on your computer, so you started up your iPad. Hello to Austria. David with the ever-growing name. I do hope, David, that at some point you drop the David and stay with Bearded Yarn Dudes, because I think that's, you know, that's the brand, right? That's the one you want to go to. Hello to Lita. First time catching me live. Welcome in. Cheers to Lita, everyone. Newcomer. Cheers to cheers. Cheers to you, Lita. Thank you for joining in. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe, of course. All right, so now let us talk about admin stuff. Like I said, try to do it real quick because I know not everyone is interested in that. So first of all, we have a new member to our membership program. So all of our members, put your ching ching emojis together for Natalie from Natalie's Closet, who joined our membership program this week. So cheers to you, Natalie. Oh man, I might get drunk today. Then the second thing I wanted to say is, okay, so maybe some of you have already seen my post, because I did try to post it all over the place. I posted it here on YouTube, on my community tab. I posted it on our Facebook group, as well as on the J Who Crochet Facebook page. If you guys don't know Rose from Rose Likes Crochet, then I don't know, maybe you live under a rock. But if you don't know her, go check her out on her channel. She is doing a year-long donation projects to Wing, which is an organization that help, you know, reduce or fight the cycle of domestic violence. So she is doing a year-long project where every month she collects a different item from her viewers to donate to Wings, and every month is something else. And this specific month, it's shawls. So in my effort to you know, contribute to her year-long project, I am doing a few things. First of all, I have sent a package full of shawls to Rose, which I don't know where will arrive, because, you know, Germany to US and the mail what it is today. I hope it will arrive in time for the month of June. Also, there is a 50% discount on all shawl patterns on my Etsy shop. So if you were ever thinking of getting one of the patterns, now would be the perfect time. I think they are like the cheapest they will ever be. So on my Etsy shop, link is in the description box below, all the shawl patterns are 50% off right now, and they will be until the end of June. And the other 50%, so the 50% that you do pay, those will be donated as well. So it's all going for a new, very good cause this month. Yeah. Ooh, we have a new member. Cheers to Vegan Crochet. Cheers. And you know what? Vegan Crochet is not only a new member that I want to cheers to, but also a very, very good cause. I am all for Vegan Crochet, you guys know. So cheers to you. And thank you for joining the membership program. Lacey, OMG, sorry about the weird comment. You're trying... you're carrying me under your arm. Oh, where are we going, Lacey? Where are you taking me? Little loves watching Rose. Yes, I do too. And everyone already cheered, so cheers to you, Vegan Crochet. And welcome to our membership program. So, hello HD, welcome in. So yeah, I was just mentioning the shawl patterns, as I've said, 50% discount all through June on the Etsy shop, and the other 50%, the one you do end up paying, they will go for donation as well. Also, so we had this pattern that you see behind me on Imogen. Imogen is wearing the new shawl design that I finished this week. And if you watched this week's live, I had like a surprise live on Thursday this week. And all of you who were there or watched the replay have seen this shawl. And in the video, in the live that we had, I said, come back to the live stream and comment down below. Out of the two names that I had suggested, help me pick the one that will be the name of this pattern. And there's of course a giveaway in there. So if you watched this week's live and didn't come back to comment and tell me which pattern name you prefer for the shawl out of the two that I gave as options, this is your time to go do that. If you watch a replay and just didn't comment or forget or didn't pay attention, then you might want to do that, because at the end of today Yarniversity, along with choosing the winner from last week's Yarniversity, I will also choose the winner for that. And I have forgotten to mention on Thursday when I was showing the shawl and the names and telling you guys to help me choose, and I was showing you guys what will be the prize for the person who will be picked out of everyone who vote. I have forgotten to let you guys know that in addition to the actual physical prize that I'm going to send you, you will also be the first one to get a copy of that pattern once it's released. So that's also included in the prize for the winner. So don't forget to help choose a name for the new design. And now we have some shout outs. So wait, I missed some people coming in. Hey Mocha, did you change your channel name? Crochet and Crafts. Welcome in. And hello to Julie. Julie's here. Welcome in. And hello to Lashira. Good to see you here. And Vegan Crochet is Suzanne, and I knew that. Do you pronounce your name Suzanne or Suzanne? Because I know you're from Austria. Letting me know so that I can call you the right way. Pick me, says Lacey. All right, so yeah, let's show you guys some things that well, you guys made this past week using my pattern. So this is the part of the live where I always share some pictures of makes that our viewers shared on different social medias of designs of mine that they made. So if they crocheted one of my patterns, one of my written patterns, or one of my tutorials that they used and made something out of. And I like to show you guys that because we like to support each other. So here we have a picture of arts, handcrafts. She put this on Instagram and she tagged me, and of course whenever you guys tag me, I see it. So, or if you post it on a Facebook group, then I see that there as well. And she made the Rivendell shawl. So look at her Rivendell shawl. Isn't it beautiful? Wonderful job she did on that shawl, and she looks very, very cute in it. So shout out to you. You guys, you know, if you have Instagram, there's her name right there. You can follow her on Instagram and see other things that she makes. She also had on her Instagram channel a few videos that she made while she made the shawl, showing how she made the points stand out and not curl in. So if you made a shawl and have the same problem, then you can go over to her Instagram and see how she solved that problem. So shout out to you. And another shout out to another Rivendell shawl. This one is Mama Bear Makes 13 on Instagram. Go check her out and look at her version of the Rivendell shawl. Isn't it just beautiful? Wonderful job on that one. I'm very, very proud. Of course, I had to comment and I said I love it. It is so, so pretty. So you guys go and check it out. And one more shout out to Catherine from Little Bitches Stitches, who is doing her first ever crocheted sock. Now, Catherine does knit a lot of socks and she does knit in general a lot, but this is the first time she actually crocheted socks, and she's using my pattern, the Sunnydale crochet socks. Pattern is available, of course, as all of my other patterns on Etsy, and she is doing it in her own hand-dyed yarn, and it looks wonderful. So shout out to Catherine from Little Vicious Stitches. All right, let's see what you guys were saying about all those beautiful makes. Mocha is saying, yes, she did change her name. She is rebranding her business and YouTube channel. Yay! Yay to you. And Suzanne is Suzanne and not Suzanne. Okay, good to know. Lacey says she likes the new name as well as David's new name. Yes, and you guys like everyone's makes. And you like the colors, and you think it's pretty, and yay. Whoop whoop, cheers, and wonderful makes of all of our viewers. Right, beautiful item. Everyone did a wonderful job. And Lacey is about to make a pair of those socks as well, so good luck to you, Lacey. Right. Oh, we have 35 watching. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. If you're watching on TV or something and you cannot hit the thumbs up, maybe just for a second, you know, just for 1 sec, open it on your phone just to hit the thumbs up for me. You guys know that it helps a lot. It lets YouTube know that we are here. The more people engage on the live, the more the live gets promoted to other people, and maybe new people who are not actually subscribed to the channel will find us through YouTube suggestions. Lita is saying she's going to try and learn how to make socks this year too. Well, good luck to you, Lita. Yes, right, Catherine. I'm drinking rosé today. It's like the world fell on its head, but yeah. All right, Wanda, no problem. We'll see you in a little bit. Did anyone get the Lion Brand mystery box? Well, I did not because we don't get Lion Brand here. Sorry. All right. So we did shout outs, and now I would like to share with you all, hey Hannah, you're lurking. We love lurkers. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. So we have made it to 3,500 subscribers this week. Cheers! Yay! We also made it to 200 sales on Etsy this week. So cheers! I told you guys I'm gonna get drunk today. Yay! So it's been a very good week, you know, business-wise. And to celebrate that, I'm going to do something that I normally don't do on my channel, and you guys know this is not something I do often. Liz is done ironing and she's with us now, okay? I hate ironing. Like literally it's my least favorite house chore to do. I prefer to do anything else before ironing. Catherine wishes she had rosé, right? We have the perfect weather for it. We're having a very, very good week with sunny and warm and, you know, my kind of weather. I actually spent a very large amount of today outside today with the kids. So thank you all for the congratulations, and yes, use all the cheers emojis. But David, you'll get there. You know, you have a wonderful following, and you will get there. All you gotta do is continue putting those patterns out there. I can tell you about my patterns. When I just started putting them on Etsy, there were weeks where nothing would have sold. It comes. The more people make your patterns and, you know, tag you online, write the names of the patterns in different places, and then people search for them and they get there. But you'll get there. Maybe Catherine actually can do a little help. Catherine, if you're up to it, maybe you can find David's Ravelry page and drop it in the chat for us. And maybe some people will take a look. Angela, you're going to be quiet. Okay, that's okay. Yes, Angela is actually testing a pattern for me as we speak. So you get to work on Angela. What's an iron, says Mocha? It's a good question. David is drinking too, but it's not rosé. Well, whatever you're drinking, wherever you are, cheers to you. I'm a yarn and wine enabler. I'm an enabler in general, so yeah. Okay, so I'm going to do something that I don't normally do on my channel. You guys know that I pretty much have a giveaway every time I do a Yarniversity live, and I also do giveaways on whenever I go on my my members only lives or the What's on the Hook lives. But today I'm gonna do something a little different that I don't normally do, but you know, we got to a very large number, or very like something to celebrate, so we're gonna have a little bit of celebrations. But this is Yarniversity and it is a live class and we are here to learn, so there are rules to this. But I'm gonna say them in a second, but first I'm gonna tell you what we're doing. So what we're doing is we're doing a sort of like a raffle for a bigger prize today, and I'll show you what the prize is. So the prize is this wonderful set of 40 minis of cotton yarn in all colors of the rainbow. Each of them is 10 grams and about 25 meters. So you have 40 times 10 grams. It's 400 grams of yarn in there in all colors of the rainbow. And that would make a beautiful shawl. So this, along with that, you will be able to choose whether you want a pair of my 3D printed sock blockers. So wait, let me show them to you, because I have socks on them right now, so you see what they are with socks on them. But those are the sock blockers, and you will get a pair of them. So of course, one for each sock. So you can either get a pair of the sock blockers or one of my very, very special, not available anywhere else unless it's a very interesting giveaway on my channel, 3D printed yarn bowls in the J-hook design, of course, with the J-hook crochet imprinted on the bottom. So you will be, if you choose a yarn bowl, you will be able to choose if you want the small one or the big one and what color you want. And if you choose the sock blockers, then you will be able to choose what color you want for the sock blockers as well. And of course, you will get the set of the minis. And the way we're gonna do this is using the super chat, or if you don't want to donate through super chat, you can also do it through PayPal. Now, there is no minimum or maximum. You can do whatever you want. So if you just want to put 1 cent to enter into the giveaway, you can do it. I'm not doing this for money. I'm just doing it in another way, which will allow me to determine the winner. Plus, of course, whatever we make off of that raffle will help me with shipping the prize to the winners. And you do understand that today's prize is something different that costs more than the normal prizes that I give, because those are 3D printed bowls that I print myself at home, and so on. So what do you guys like? Oh, you guys like it. You like the little minis. You like the yarn balls. Don't enter giveaway anymore. Need more yarn, says David. Hello to Trudy, welcome in. All right, Catherine is logging in on her computer to get David's link. Yeah, those are my yarn balls. If you haven't seen them before, I make them. I don't sell them, so you can only win them on different things on my channel, and when you do, it's a very, very special item that nobody else has. You need that ball in your life. Yeah, so Daniel of Poplar Yarns created the most beautiful and simple new logo for your channel. Congratulations! I'm very much looking forward to see that. Oh, and we already have the first one from Doris. Big green bowl and mini skeins, says Doris. Cheers to Doris, and thank you. But before everyone jump in, I just want to say, we're gonna do this way, but I'm only gonna let you guys enter before the class begins, and in the middle of the class, when I always do the pause in the middle to remind people of stuff, to catch up the people who just came in, those will be the times where you can donate to enter the giveaway. If you donate during the class while we're talking about the subject that we are here to talk about, that will actually be counterproductive, because it will kind of like go against the flow of the class. So please only do that, now before the class begins, during the class where I have my pauses in the middle, or after the class ends, and I will say, okay, now I'm going to give another 5 minutes for everyone who wants to enter, and then you can do it there. But please don't donate during the class, okay? Oh, wow. And I will get drunk today. So cheers to Debbie, to Vegan Crochet. The pink yarn bowl screams Susanna, she says. And Mocha is saying, seriously, she needs that bowl in her life. So cheers to you all. You saw I did not just take one sip, so don't you guys say I'm cheating. And yeah, everyone's using my cool emojis. Oh, we have some more. So David, she said, and one one for Malo. And Laura also. So thank you guys so very much. Cheers to you guys. 2 sips. Look at me. I'm not cheating. Catherine saying, okay, she's on the computer, and there is David's Ravelry. So everyone, if you can look in the chat right now, Catherine posted David's Ravelry page, and go check him out. Okay, and go check out his channel, and go check out his patterns on Ravelry. And hello to Proverbs 31 Yarn, and oh, and we got another one from Patricia. The yarn balls are so cool, she says, so cheers to you. And real quick, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna write down everyone's names very, very quick before they disappear from my screen, okay? So we had Doris, Debbie, Vegan Crochet, and we have Mocha, and David, and Laura, and oh, and we have more. So we have Patricia, that I just said. Patricia Freeland. And hello, Denise, welcome in. Other music theater queens will get my reference. Your previous one with Mala, I assume. And Christy. Oh, thank you, Christy. Hello, Mackenzie. Welcome in. You should have made it 10. It's okay. Don't worry. You really don't need to, I'm not expecting anyone to donate a lot. It's just, it's just a little something to enter and to help a little bit with the shipping of whatever it is, because it will be a big, Sarah's little corner, you're in too. Wait, I owe you guys 3 sips, so. Sarah is saying the green blue bowl needs to be in her life. No, you cannot enter twice. Each one once is enough for me. I'm not like, not here to squeeze anyone for money, and I would really not like you all to like keep donating just in order to have more names in the giveaway. Everyone wants, whoever wants in the bowl donates once, their name goes in once, everyone gets the same chance. And Debbie from Debbie Loves Yarn, you go in as well. All right. And she says, good luck to everyone. It's from Soundtime, whose music could be considered a genre on its own, says David about his previous Mala, which I'm sorry I didn't get, but I hope someone here who is a fan did. All right. Yes, you can. You guys can definitely get me drunk. She has one for Debbie as well. But as I have said, this will only work before the class begins and during the pauses and at the end. So I am about to begin the class now. So we're going to put a stop to this for a while. And the next time when I do a pause and I say now is a pause. So if you guys want to enter into the giveaway, you can do it now while I talk about other things. That will be the time to do that again. But now it's really time to start our class because we are half an hour into the live as I have promised. And yeah, so if you joined us late, welcome in. I am Reggie. This is Yarniversity. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And yeah, let's begin. And ooh, and Debbie is entering for Jamie. That is very nice of you. I will put in Jamie. And she's in as well. All right. That's okay. You're accustomed to making references that no one gets. Oh well, at least you're entertaining yourself. Rosie saying, Doris is saying we're short 8 thumbs up. So hey guys, hit the thumbs up. Okay. So today's topic, we are talking about crochet law, ethics, and etiquette. Now, when I posted that this subject, I always post the subjects ahead of time. I give you guys the live link. I put it on our Facebook group. I put it on different places on my Facebook page and all. So yeah, there were some people who had some really interesting, mean, or not very nice comments, I guess. But if that subject doesn't interest you or you think it's not relevant to you, nobody is forcing you to watch. For those of you who are interested in that subject, you are more than welcome to stay with me while we talk about it. What we're going to cover today is everything that has to do with copyright law in terms of crochet. What are you allowed to do? What are you not allowed to do? What is considered like a friendly gesture and what is really not allowed. So what do we not do as a courtesy and what do we not do because it's the law? And also, of course, the other way around, what can we do even though some people think we don't, and so on. So we will talk about all of that. But as always, I always like to begin before I start talking and, actually give the class. I like to ask you guys, what are some of the legally, ethically, etiquette questions that you guys had about crochet in your, dealings with it? Did you ever come across some kind of legal issue or legal question or just a wondering? So let me know now in the chat and let me know what are the things that interest you in the subject that we are about to talk about today, and then we will start. Hey, Kate from Bitchin' Stitches is here. If you don't know Kate, go check out her channel. She's amazing. I love her. She's seriously one of my favorites. And she actually has a giveaway going on right now. She hit 2,000 subscribers and she had a huge giveaway, her giveaway video on her channel. And if she hits 3,000 in the time in between the giveaways, she is going to add some more into a separate giveaway. So go check her out, Bitchin' Stitches. And Jamie is completely surprised by Debbie's lovely gesture, and I would be too. That's very nice of you, Debbie. But we are a community here. I love it when we do things for one another. All right, so I will be waiting for, your questions. Let's see what interests you in terms of, what I just said. And in the meantime, I'm going to cut this name lists and put them into the bowl. So, Debbie is saying it's her pleasure. That's very, very sweet of you. David is saying his biggest fear is always whether what I think is an original idea or adaptation to what you think is an original idea or adaptation today was someone else's idea yesterday. That is a good point. Yes, we will address the difficulty in, doing something different or unique, and we will also address the fact, the designer's fear in terms of their designs. You guys are so cute. No other questions? Is David the only one who has a question or wondering that has to do with crochet, like law or copyright law, coming up with new ideas, what is allowed to do with your patterns, what is not allowed, or what are you as a crocheter allowed to do with someone else's pattern, what you're not allowed to do? Is that like such a clear subject that nobody has any questions about? Because if that's the case, why am I here today? Liz is saying there are so many patterns out there that are very similar. Someone is about to design something that someone may have done and not realize it. Yeah, that is also that happens in crochet. There are only that many combinations of stitches that you can really do. Mocha is saying she's working on her master's degree in legal studies, so this is of particular interest to me. Law, copyright, etc., such a tricky subject it is, especially when it comes to crochet, and we will touch a lot of that today. And since you're studying, maybe you can help me a little bit with some of the more deeply law aspect of things, like how is it in the eyes of the law. David is sort of digging this. Why didn't you start coming over here months ago? I don't know, David. I have been here for a while. Joyce thinks it's an interesting subject. I'm happy. Hello, Catherine from Little Vicious Stitches. You totally missed me showing off your socks. Doris is saying she knows the US has works of visual arts. They're under the copyright law. Not only the design, but also the pattern, says Rose. Says Doris. And hello, Ivy. Welcome in. Don't worry. You can come in late. You can always watch replays if you want. Don't forget the thumbs up. Oh, there is one thing I should mention. If you guys, for those of you who watched Thursday's live, either on live or on replay, I have had quite a week. I'm not gonna repeat the whole story now again. But because of it, today's subject is not yet on the blog. It will come later. Once I actually have time to sit down and write it down. Right now, you know, I have all of my notes and we're gonna do the class out of that, but I don't have it written down on the blog yet. It will be, however, so I'm sorry about that. But it's been crazy this week. Catherine is saying most stitches are variations on the basics. Can you actually claim a stitch? No, but we will discuss it. Hello, Alice from Crafty Chats Cafe. Welcome in. Copyright. Where do we stand on selling items based on TV and film characters? That is a very good topic, Angela, and it will be discussed today. Lacey recently become interested in making knit patterns into crochet. Curious about how that works legally. Don't worry, that will be discussed as well. Yes, right, Jamie? Forming. You know, like you're like the cool kids who save each other a seat in class, right? David have seen people advising caution when there's a logo or any kind of that. Yeah, that is correct. Hello, Barbara. Welcome in. And Susanna is asking, is it allowed to use a general pattern, like, for example, a traditional granny square as part of a pattern for sale? That is a very good question. Yes, we will discuss that. And hello, Melissa. Welcome in. When selling your items to strangers, do you have to add labels? That is a good question too. When the designers say that you cannot sell the finished item, oh, Liz, you are right on point. I have a whole section about that today. Don't worry, we will discuss that. Hello, Beverly. Welcome in. What I learned in school, every country has another law. Yes, Inga, but there are some things that are more like international in that term. You can sit with us, says Mocha. All right, guys. So all very good questions. Luckily, most of them are already included in today's topic, so we will start right away. I will just remind you all to please don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you haven't yet. If you are on a device that doesn't allow you to hit the thumbs up, maybe, you know, just for a second, you can enter on your phone and just to hit the thumbs up and help us, you know, get a little bit more promoted on YouTube. And if you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe. And if you want to join the membership program, the little join button down below will take you to the full rundown of what it takes from you to be a member and what you get in return. We do have 2 running giveaways, the one from last week. So those of you who were here last week and heard me ask the question, don't forget to go and comment on last week's Yarniversity with the answer to the question I have asked, so that the end of today I can pull a winner for that. We also have help me pick the name for the new design giveaway on the live that was on this Thursday, the What's on the Hook live that happened on Thursday. So if you were there and forgot to come back and comment with your favorite name for the pattern, do that. And we also have the super chat giveaway going on, but right now you're no longer allowed to enter until the next time during the class today, where I will say that you are now allowed to enter again. Okay. Okay, so Debbie's saying there are particularly a few people that are constantly putting out patterns for money that they copied off of a free pattern. Wow. That is, you know, definitely not allowed, but we will talk about that in a second. If you see a famous designer sweater ad in a magazine and make your own sweater and sell it, would it be considered copyright? That is a very good question. We will address that. David, I have a lot of patterns, but only give them away as prizes, says Angela. And David is saying, when I do pattern, I always try to acknowledge influences. Case in point, my Hugs and Kisses scarf and hat came from a stitch tutorial from our beloved Fiber Spider. Okay, we'll talk in a second about stitches and patterns and the difference between them in the eyes of the law. Debbie and Jamie, please get a room. Hello, VJ. Welcome in. You've learned that some YouTuber people are known for copying others' patterns. Yes, David, that is very sad, and we will talk about that when we get to stitches. Okay, so all very good questions, and as I've said, thankfully, most of them are ones that I was meaning to address anyway, so we're in a good place. So, of course, when we talk about the law and copyright and everything when it comes to crochet, the first thing that we need to address, of course, is pattern design, because pattern design is the place in the crochet world where there are the most, you know, issues with. Underneath pattern designs comes everything that has to do with what is protected by copyright law, what is not protected by copyright law. How can you prove if a design is yours or not, what's going on YouTube, what's going on Etsy, translating patterns, and so on. So this all goes under the headline of pattern design, and we will address that first. Inga says not all one patterns are. Sorry, I don't understand. Photos, you cannot do what you want. I'm not quite sure what you meant, Inga. You've seen people selling patterns that they have copied out of books. Yeah, well, that is quite terrible. But we will get to, you know, what people do and what they are not allowed. Yeah, proving is one of the biggest topics that we need to talk about today. How much of a pattern must be different to be considered different from the original? Just curious. Yes, we are addressing that today as well. Hi, Judy. Sounds like a great topic. Sorry, can't stay today. Have a family gathering. Okay, Judy, have a nice day. Thanks for coming in, even if just for a second. I appreciate it. All right, so we're going to start with what exactly is protected. So, as someone mentioned here before in the chat, specifically about the US, there are some very strict regulations, but what I'm about to say, I cannot talk about specific countries and how it is in that country, because I do not have, you know, knowledge about each specific country and their specific laws. But I can talk to you about what is generally worldwide, internationally protected and not protected under certain laws. This I can tell you. Specifically in your country, if that specific law has information added to it, that I cannot tell you. So I will try to answer questions as much as I can, but obviously I'm not an expert of every single country on the planet. What do you do with photos from other people? Yeah, Inga, we will talk about photos as well. Someone's pattern and sell it as my own. I don't sell anything. Just curious, have no intention of copying someone's pattern, sell it as own. Oh, no, I understand. I understand your question. Don't worry. All right, so Pattern design. So we will begin with what exactly is protected under copyright law. Well, if you write a pattern or design a pattern, I can't read patterns, so I look at it and come up with a version of it. Is that okay? Again, that's something we'll talk about in a second. Okay, so I'm going to start now. So thank you for all the questions, and now we're going to start talking. So what is protected under the law generally worldwide? Once you have written down a letter on a paper, your own letter, let's say it this way, that is considered intellectual property. So if you have designed something, for example, I have designed a shawl, and then I have written down a pattern. So I, sat down on my computer using whichever, US, UK, whatever terms, and I wrote down the pattern for my shawl, and I want to sell that pattern. So that written pattern, as soon as you put pen to paper, is protected by intellectual property law, okay? Debbie's still in California with her daughter and granddaughter, off to run errands. Okay, thank you for being here, Debbie. See you later. Yes, Alice, we will talk about that. Okay, so, yeah. So once you put pen to paper, that is considered your intellectual property. Which means that if you write a pattern, it doesn't matter if you offer it for free or you offer it for sale. However, if you offer it for sale, it is a little bit different, of course, and then if you offer it for free, because then you also gain you also gain money off of it, so that is a little bit different than if you offer it for free. But it doesn't matter, as long as you have your pattern, you've written it down, and in some way you offer that written pattern to the crowd. That is considered your intellectual property. However, in terms of crochet, as someone mentioned it in the chat, when does one pattern becomes another? As hard as it is to acknowledge as a crochet designer, but it's something that's very important that every crochet designer out there know. And even though some of them don't want to accept it or would deny it or would, I don't know, not care about it, it doesn't matter. In the eyes of the law, it is enough for one stitch in the entire pattern to be different, and it is a different pattern. In the same sense, think of, one brush stroke in the Mona Lisa, and it is a different drawing, a different picture. So that, in that sense, that is how crochet patterns are taken in the eyes of the law. That makes it very, very hard to prove infringement, of course. So, and I'm not giving here any advice on how to break the law or how to copy someone else's pattern, and I in no way encourage it. But it is important for designers who put their patterns out there know your patterns are very likely to be either copied or altered and sold as something else. And if you have a good item, something that becomes a big hit, then the chance for people to try to copy it or do something similar rises, of course. So as a designer, you need to take that into consideration. If you have a hard time letting go, or you have some kind of personal issue with people copying your work, trying to come up with their own versions of it. Look here, even in the chat, a few people were mentioning it. they don't read patterns, so they look at a picture and try to copy it and do something similar. Or, you know, they see a picture in a magazine, they say, oh, I can make that, and they make their own version of that. All of these things will happen. So, and I personally I have several designer friends. I'm a designer myself. I have several designer friends. Some of them are some of the more known names out there in the crochet industry, and yeah, even they experience that. They put a design out there, whether they put their design out there for free or they sell it. If the design is a big hit, there will be people trying to copy it or make their own version of it. You know, the best example for these kind of situations is how every few months you have this new item that is like the hot thing right now, and then every designer comes up with their own version of it. So, you know, who was the first person to do the pocket shawl, right? And then they did the first one. For a few weeks, everyone were making their design, and then, you know, other designers said, oh, people are into pocket shawls now. So every designer came out with their own design of a pocket shawl and, you know, sold it as their own, even though it wasn't the same design. So of course it's not, the idea was copied, not specific stitches, but it's literally every designer out there had either a tutorial for a pocket shawl or a video tutorial or a written pattern or something on their blog or something for a pocket shawl, right? And it's like that every few years. Excuse me 1 second. I'm very sorry, I had to sneeze. I'm not sure if you heard that or not. Yeah. So, every couple of years, there's this one item that everyone comes up with their own version of. And sadly, that is, you know, that's completely legal. It's legal whether it's some, you know, crochet designer that has only 3,000 followers like me, or if it's Dolce & Gabbana puts an item out there on the runway in Fashion Week and all the people who crochet see it and say, oh my god, crochet is in fashion right now. I want to design a Dolce & Gabbana inspired bag and sell that pattern, right? And as I've said, sadly, it's enough for one stitch to be different in the written pattern that you can call it your own. Copying is the sincerest flattery. Doesn't help if you are trying to get money or recognition from it. Hi, Stephanie. Hello, welcome in. You have to catch it on replay. Okay, thank you for watching. You were going to mention the pocket shawls. Every season there is something new. Right, exactly, David. That is correct. At the moment, it seems to be faux macrame plant hangers, says Vegan Crochet. Yeah, they are sort of everywhere right now. Would that make the shawl I have added beads to that they would be considered mine since the pattern did not have the beads in the first place? Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure. I mean, if you sell the exact same design and say add beads to it, I think so, maybe. If you have like if your pattern starts with thread 150 beads and then do this, then yes, it's already different than the original. In the eyes of the law. You can sneeze on camera. We all know how to say gesundheit, says David. Oh yeah, totally hay fever everywhere, no matter what I do. I cannot breathe outside. Thank you. That is why you diversify your income streams, says David. Yeah, well, it is, of course, very hard to be a crochet designer that only lives on selling their designs because, yeah, it's a very, open subject, pretty much. But, okay, so in terms of what is protected in the eyes of the law, your written pattern is, or if you have even a chart or a diagram with it, pictures that you put inside your PDF. So if you have like a PDF form and it has the written pattern and your pictures that you took that specify different things, or if you have a chart in there, that is protected by copyright law. So people are not allowed to resell it, sell it as their own, resell it, show it or parts of it in different medias. So for example, if you sell your pattern, if your pattern costs money and you sell it and it has a chart in it, and someone on Instagram makes a picture of their works in progress and puts their what they did until now in the page from your pattern with the chart on it, so that everyone in Instagram can copy it, that is against the law, and that you can sue them for that, because the chart in the pattern is your intellectual property, and no one is allowed to show that or publish that without your permission. Same with pictures which are in the pattern, or pictures that you took of your item and you use them like as the head picture of the the booklet of the pattern, or some things like that. We will talk about pictures in just a second. The one thing I do not understand is the award season, Emmys, the Golden Globes, the Oscars. How can the people knock off the gowns the next day and get away with it? I think it's the same thing, Doris, as long as they did it on their own, did not have the pattern and copy it, but just saw it and did one stitch different than the original, it's already considered different. You were making macrame, and it's the same with sewing, by the way. So in terms of gowns, it's enough that they had one cut different, and so on. You were making macrame things, hanging tables, chairs, different ECT in the 60s. So it's been around for a long time. Yeah, but they are pretty popular now. The macrame is like back in fashion. Or macrame style, because there are a lot of like crochet that looks like macrame things going on now. You think the case of high fashion people who follow high fashion know authentic versus knockoff? That is correct. And you think the original designer, yeah, of course, he gets a lot of money. Does one have to refer to a copyright compensation? Sorry. Oh, okay. Does one have to go? No. So you don't have to get your pattern copyright. That's what I said. Like, once you put pen to paper, wrote it down and sold it, it's copyright. So intellectual property is pretty much everything you put into writing, and so you don't, in terms of crochet, in terms of the fiber arts, you don't have to take your pattern and go and pattern it or something. You made a tutorial of a free pattern on your channel. Ask the yarn company before making a tutorial. They said it was fine as long as you weren't selling the pattern. You made a tutorial of a pattern on your channel. Ask the yarn company. Wait, why did you ask the yarn company? Did you ask them to use their yarn, or did you ask them? What was the case? Why did you have to contact the yarn company? Did you do a tutorial for an existing pattern of someone else? Is that what you mean? Because we will get to that topic in a second as well. But yeah, so we were on the subject of what is protected. So as I've said, in your written pattern, everything that is your own labor of design is copyright as soon as it hits the paper. So your design, your charts if you have any, your pictures if you have any, those are all protected. If you want to extra protect your pictures, I always say, you know, put watermarks on them so that it will, if someone wants to copy your pictures, it will be very hard for them to claim the pictures and your own. Watermark your pictures and do it somewhere in the picture where it will also be hard to get rid of. A lot of designers put their you know, the picture of the design out there, and they don't want to watermark it in a way that will like hide the shawl or whatever, so they put it like on the side, or you know, and anyone who knows Photoshop can delete that. So if you really want to protect your picture, watermark them in a way that people who want to steal it will think twice if it's easy for them to get rid of your watermark and claim it as their own. If the picture is really what you're worried about. Make the copyright statement on all of your patterns, but I know how people are. I'm not going to use to sue anyone unless that person makes billions from your pattern. Oh, okay. So if it is, of course, if it is a free pattern from the yarn company and you want to do a tutorial for it, of course you have to ask them. But again, this is like, we have build up today, so we will get to that and to YouTube in general in a little bit. Fortunately, you're an awful photographer. Sorry, you're making dinner and didn't realize that you had typos in there. Yes, but I got your questions. Okay, so that is in terms of what is protected. Now, as I've said, your pattern is something that is protected by copyright law. What is not protected? So stitches are not protected. We all know that, you know, there are specific stitches to crochet, you know, say chain, slip stitch, single crochet, double crochet, and all of our patterns are constructed out of those stitches. And there's only that many different stitches out there, you know. So no one owns the copyright law to double crochet, single crochet, bubble stitch, seed stitch, you know, all that kind of stuff. That nobody owns the right to that. So if you do a tutorial or a written tutorial on your blog, or you make a stitch book, an ebook, or even a printed book with how to crochet different stitches, no one owns the right to a stitch. So, you know, if you the seed stitch and you want to make a seed stitch shawl, you can call it a seed stitch shawl, or you can call it the shakshuka shawl. It doesn't matter, you know, because nobody owns the right to stitches. And we are all crocheters, and those of us who are designers, I'm sorry that I keep touching my face, but something is really itching me here, and I'm trying. So excuse me, please. But it's all part of this, you know, hay fever thing that's going on in my face right now. Yeah, so as I was saying, the nobody owns the rights to stitches. So the thing is that there is only, there are many different combinations that can be made, because, you know, it's like a million different combinations of stitches that you can make. But if I make a design and it goes like single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, 2 triple crochets, and so on, and I call it the I don't know what stitch, there's no, like, someone else can call it somewhere else, something else. And in terms of stitches, sadly, there is no law. You one came across a seller on Etsy who was selling a pattern for a knitted teddy bear and using a photo from a book you recognized. The book was by Sandra Polley, but it was someone else using her photo. Yeah, that is illegal. Whether or not someone, you know, told them something about it, that is illegal. Hi, Ursula. Welcome in. I am doing fine. Thank you. Yeah, so case in point, you can come up with a new stitch you will, I don't know, it takes forever to do the research if that stitch actually did exist before or did not. It takes forever to, even if you did come up with something that no one had come up with before, and you make it your own and you give it a name. Sadly, there's nothing preventing anyone from tomorrow doing the same, giving it a different name, and claiming they came up with it. And it happens. Don't know, I don't want to get into other people's debates and so on, but here is where professional courtesy or etiquette comes to play. So if someone came up with a new stitch or a new combination of stitches, and it became very popular, and that person gave that stitch combo a name, then it's only proper and nice and friendly to acknowledge the name that they gave it and use that. Of course, you can be an ass and give it another name, and that happens, and it has happened, and it actually did happen last year to a designer I think you all know. But sadly, other than going, no, there's nothing really you can do about it, and it is very discouraging. But yeah, so written patterns are protected. They are intellectual property. Stitches are not. Let's see what. Oh, we have a super chat. Thank you, Ursula. Cheers to you. And Ursula, no. I did say do not do super chat during the class, but I will still put your name in for the prize. But you get off with a warning. Yeah, Poland is crazy. I know. Okay, you just asked about making a tutorial of someone else's pattern, assuming it's here. It's a tutorial posted in 2019 in YouTube. You asked about making a tutorial of someone else's pattern. You mean if you want to do a tutorial for someone else's written pattern? Or do you mean... Oh, your question continue. Only in Spanish with partial graphs, but without subtitles, and the creator does not respond to requests for adding them. So let me try to see if I understand what you're asking. You said you asked a creator who has a tutorial on YouTube, and you want to make a tutorial yourself in Spanish, or do you want the creator to make a version in Spanish? If your question is if you can do a version of their tutorial in Spanish, then their tutorial is out there for free. So if you do your own tutorial of that pattern in Spanish, legally you can. It's just, ethically, I would say don't, not without their consent. At the same time, we can't control other people's actions, and most of us are not in the business of law enforcement. We can't really do anything. Yes, that is correct, David, other than, be like frown at them. With the warm weather we have now following a very wet month, grass pollen are out of control. Totally. Ursula says she usually gives credit to where my inspiration came from or which book inspired me, but I've seen books, and I have books where they just change the name but same squares. Yeah, that is like, I don't know how that happens, but again, in terms of like granny squares, for example, there are so many different ones that it's very hard to prove that yours is actually really different than the other one, or not. So it's very, very, like, as I've said, it's enough that one stitch will be different, that you will do a different join at the end of the round, and it's already considered a different square in the eyes of the law. What about parts like edging and such? Can you be more specific? Do you mean like if you have a design, it's already a written design and you just do a different edging? I'm not sure what your question is, so tell me. Courtesy is so important. Yeah, I don't understand people not giving credit. Yes, but we will touch on, ego later on. Ursula was not here earlier and wasn't aware of the yarn bowl giveaway. Oh, okay then, Ursula. That's nice of you to just donate without knowing about the giveaway. Even twice as nice, so thank you. You think your next shawl will be an Ursula shawl? So thank you to Ursula for all the nice work she does. You weren't naughty on purpose. I'm sure you were. I'm sure you were. Very often naughty and almost always on purpose. Yes, I agree. So you're not fooling us, Ursula. All right. So, as I've said, we touched about, in terms of pattern design, what is protected, and we spoke about the fact that stitches, for example, the individual stitches or combination of different stitches is not. You have the edging used from an old book, for example. Oh, no, that's totally fine. Edging is the same as stitches. So in that term, a lace edge, a shell edge, a twisted shell edge, that is something that's like nobody owns the right to that. It's the same as nobody owns the right to double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, or like the houndtooth stitch and so on. Hey Regine, hey y'all, I'm going to be watching and listening. Hi Jamie, welcome in. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. And hello to Renee, welcome in as well. So we spoke about what is protected. We spoke about stitches. Now let's talk about what is not protected. So what is not protected? Everything that someone makes using your pattern is not yours. Yeah, a lot of designers think that they can tell you in their patterns that you're not allowed to sell anything that you do using their patterns, or that if you sell, you have to credit them, or some designers even write, you are allowed to sell this for this and that amount if you make it well. No, they're not allowed to tell you that. If the designer sells the pattern, that is all they're selling. They cannot control what you do. If you buy the pattern and you buy the yarn and you put in the time and make the item, the finished item is yours to do it as you want, as you wish. And nobody can tell you you're not allowed to sell anything that you make using my design. And nobody can force you to credit, but it is, we were talking about etiquettes and being, give courtesy in the crochet world. So it would only be the right thing to do to say, I have made this using this pattern by that designer, referring them. If you post a picture of your make anywhere online, link to their page, give them credit, bring more traffic to them. If you've made their pattern and you enjoyed it, let the designer know. If you bought it on Etsy, leave them a comment, say, or leave them a review. If you bought it on Ravelry, then post your finished pictures as a project on Ravelry, and give traffic to their Ravelry page. That's only like being a polite, nice, person, being a person. But they are not allowed to tell you that you cannot sell anything you do make. If anyone ever asks me, and what I myself try to do is err on the side of caution. Yeah. If someone did a video tutorial, then ask someone to write the pattern. Who has the rights to the pattern? That is a good question, Liz. Well, if you were issued to write the pattern for someone, and you write it for them, then it's their pattern. So if someone did a video tutorial, looked for someone who will write the pattern for them, and you have agreed between you that you will do that for them, then it's theirs. Of course, if you do something like that for someone, I would very much recommend that you work out some kind of payment that they pay you for writing the pattern, because if they do intend to sell their written pattern for money, they are obviously going to make a profit out of it. And so it's only fair that they will pay you for the labor that you did for them. You would like someone make it in English if she refuses to add subtitles, but only part of it is not included in her graph or her website. I would expect her to be credited and link to her website included as common courtesy. That is a very specific case. It could be that the designer is just not interested in doing that, and then there's really nothing you can do about that, you know. Okay, thank you. I have a very cute picot edge I use all the time and wanted to be on the right side of the law. Yeah. When I post pics on social media, I always try to credit the designer and the yarn manufacturer. Nowadays, it mostly my own designs, and I hope people will show me the same courtesy. I hope so too, David. I really do hope that people learn how important it is to credit the designer, especially if you enjoyed working on their design. The more you credit them, the more other people will enjoy, and the more that designer will gain from it. So it's only nice to draw traffic to ones that you like. Hello, Becky. You developed an Afghan pattern for myself using one row in a sweater. Turned out pretty. Do I need to give credit? It was Women's Day of Family Circle magazine in the 80s. You took one row out of a sweater design and turned that into a blanket? No, that is you do not need to give credit for that. That is the same as copying a stitch. The combination of stitches is not owned by anyone. The design is. So if you would have taken the whole design of the sweater and made that, that's something else. If you would literally copy the whole design, but if you just took one row out of that design that had a certain texture to it that you liked and just multiplied that row, that is totally fine. That's what we were talking about before. Stitches are not protected by copyright law. What if you make an item that has fringe and you don't add it, or the other way around? Is it considered other pattern? No, because I pretty much believe that the fringe is not like it. It's like adding tassels or a pom-pom on a hat. That's not part of the design of the pattern. The design is the actual design. Me too, David. Leading by example. There's so much more. Not much more we can do. Yeah. You want pics of your Alicia shawl to post on Ravelry. It's my most successful pattern. Yeah. Well, it would, maybe you can add her a message to buyers or something like that. If you enjoyed that pattern and so on, I would love to see your finished product. Or if you say it on your podcast that you would love, if you made any of my patterns, I would love to see them as on projects on Ravelry. You are always taught to behave well and not worry about other people's behavior. That is correct. Our beloved Daniel from Poplar Yarn took the stitch sequence from my Alicia shawl to make a blanket out of it. If he wants to make a written pattern, it's his. Yes, exactly. You've used 3 out of 5 rows of a border and change it, but I did put the link to the original tutorial, your inspiration in the description box. Yeah. I mean, again, these are the kind of stuff that you don't have to, but it's only nice to be a person and do. You would love a pattern reader for me, for you. Try to treat people how you would like to be treated. Yeah, that is, you know, in general, the way to be proper. I don't know how to say it differently. Okay, so we spoke about what is protected, what is not protected, and now I want to talk a little bit about. Wait, sorry if you addressed this. You used the Barely Light hat picture from Tin Can Knits. You used 2 crochet stitches for the 2 knot stitches and a chunky iron weight yarn instead of fingering. Sorry, Lacey. Barely Light hat picture. Do you mean you took a picture and tried to make your own design out of it? Is that what you're talking? Weren't we always taught to do that? Yeah, we were. Exactly. Would this be against etiquette or copyright to sell this pattern? Okay, I'm gonna try to stitch your all comment together. You use a Barely Light hat picture. You used 2 crochet stitches for the 2 knot stitches and a chunky. Oh, so you took a picture of a knitted hat, converted it into a crochet version by yourself, and use a different weight of yarn. So legally, that is a different pattern. Yes, you can, as others here in the chat said, and it would only be right if you said this was inspired by and linked to the knitted version. I understand. You look at a picture of a knitted hat and transferred it into crochet. Are you allowed to? Yes, legally you are. It will only be nice and right to say this is inspired by a knitted hat by XYZ and link to their version. Yes, that would only be, you know, nice and proper to do. So, exactly. Now we're gonna talk a little bit about proving, in case you do see someone who like took your design, did something that's one by one your design, and maybe they change 1 or 2 stitches or written it different, or sometimes even they literally selling your pattern and they just change the picture on the front to a picture that they have made, or anything of the sort. Well, that's not nice, and you can go into legal action. However, there is one thing that you do need to consider, and that is the matter of proving. So proving a design is stolen is very, very, very hard. Of course, it would work to your benefit if there's like a timeline and you can show that your design came out first before theirs, but there is no way to prove that they have actually seen your design before. And even if the pattern is written one by one the same, as long as I've said in the beginning, as long as there is 1 stitch different, 1 stitch written different is already enough for, in the eyes of the law, it's not the same design, and it would be very hard to prove that they copied you. Yeah, matters where it will be maybe easier is if the person literally just copy pasted your pattern. It looks exactly the same. Maybe it even has the same typos, and so on. So these are the kind of cases where you might be able to get some kind of case. But generally, in terms of stolen designs, other than, you know, talking to the person and telling them, this is my design, you stole it, and hoping that they are a good person, there's not a lot you can do. And I will tell you a personal experience of mine, not with one of my designs, but a very good friend of mine, and you guys maybe all know her, or her designs at least. That's Christelle Riley Watts, and I did the Abigail Fairy dress tutorial for her. Now, the Abigail Fairy dress is a written pattern written by Christelle Riley Watts, and it has become very, very popular. It is on the top of the Ravelry download list for dresses for girls, pretty much since the day it came out. It's a very, very, very popular pattern. It's been, downloaded and sold thousands of times. And a certain YouTuber, not me, because you guys know that I have a tutorial for that dress, but I made my tutorial at the request of the designer. She came to me because we're friends and she knows me and she knows my channel. And she asked me if I would do a video tutorial for her dress. She said that the dress has now been available for sale for a few years. The pattern is very, very popular. A lot of people like it, but there are a lot of people who are having different issues with the patterns in certain places, and questions sort of that come up again and again and again. And she has asked me if I would be willing to do a special video tutorial for her to help those people who bought the pattern and have a problem with it. I did, of course, to tell her that once the pattern is out there on YouTube, everyone who watches the video can watch it for free and they no longer have to buy the pattern. And it was very, very nice of Christelle, I must say. I wish all the designers were like her. And she said, that's okay. I make enough money of selling of that pattern. It is still on the top of the Ravelry download list when you look up for girls' dresses. It's pretty much the first or second one that will come up. And if you look at the top selling patterns on Ravelry, it's still up there. So she's not like, losing money over the fact that there's also a video tutorial, but she came to me and asked me to make it. While I was working on the tutorial, on the video tutorial, a different YouTuber who has a channel where she does crochet tutorial, pretty much copied her dress stitch by stitch, but her channel is in Spanish, so I guess she just thought or assumed that the designer wouldn't notice or it wouldn't come to her or whatever. Little did she know, or she just maybe did not expect, that one of the designer's friends follows her channel. And of course, I recognized the design right away. I watched the tutorial. I recognized right away that it is exactly the same pattern, not even with stitches switched or anything like that. It was one by one, the same pattern. She just did it in Spanish, and I guess she hoped that we will never find out or that we will never say anything about it. And so me and Christelle together, first of all, reported her to YouTube, infringement and everything, as well as come up with all the, we have the written proof. Christelle has her written design, and you can, once it's really one by one, it's very easy to prove. Luckily with us, it was enough to contact that YouTuber and tell her we have all the proofs that we need in order to sue you for infringement, and please take your tutorial down. And that was enough for her to apologize and take her tutorial down. She did say that she did copy it, so she did admit it. And she did say that she didn't think it was a big deal. We did explain to her that it is a big deal because, you are coming over someone's profit. Her pattern was at the time not yet available on YouTube because I did not yet come up with my tutorial for it. And so whatever she was offering was a bite off of the pattern sales at the time. So, in that case, it was enough to tell her, take the pattern down or we will have to take legal action. However, sadly, in most of the cases, that is not the case. In most of the cases, something will be different either in the tutorial or the copied written patterns, or it will be very, very hard to prove. Or if you do have the proofs and you will go to the designer and tell them, I do have all the proofs I need in order to take you to court, sometimes the designer will say, okay, bring it on. And if you do believe that it is worth, your time and effort and lawyer fees and everything, and to file a lawsuit for infringement, then you can. But most of the times these kind of things do get shut down in court for different reasons, because of how hard it is to prove that someone actually saw your pattern first and copied it and not just come up with it by themselves. We did say it before, there are only that many options of different crochet stitches out there, so you know, it's very hard to prove that they did not just, you know, accidentally think of the same combination of stitches. So that's that. We did talk about YouTube before, so let me say a quick word about YouTube. If there is a pattern out there that is offered for free and you want to do a video tutorial for it, if it is a pattern that's owned by someone else on someone's blog, or they offer it for free on Ravelry or whatever, they offer it for free somewhere, you know, you need to contact the designer and ask them if it is okay with them. If they offer their pattern written for free, I personally, as a designer, would be thrilled if someone came and said, how do you feel about me doing a video tutorial for your pattern? I will, of course, if it was me, I would, of course, I will credit you as the designer and link to your blog where the written pattern is. And then, you know, you still help draw traffic to them, and you're not like taking away from them, and you're still crediting them and everything. If I was a designer and someone came to me with that kind of request, I will, you know, feel complimented, honored, but not every designer is like that, so you need to take that into consideration. And if you do want to do a video tutorial for someone else's pattern, then you do need to get their approval. And if you do get their approval, of course, the nice and, you know, people-y human things to do would be to credit them for the design and link all of their links in your description box. Same as if it is a design on one of the yarn company's website, and so on. What about if it's someone else's tutorial on YouTube? It's not a written pattern anywhere, and someone did a tutorial for it, and you do a tutorial for it too. Well, that is a gray sort of area. If the tutorial is something like a scarf, where, you know, it's like a chain, this amount of chains, this is the stitch repetition, 4 rows, and repeat this for as long as you want your scarf to be, and you make the same, they can't really prove that you copied their tutorial, because it's literally the same as doing a stitch tutorial. Like if you do a basket weave scarf, anyone can do a basket weave scarf tutorial, and nobody really owns the right for that. However, if it's a scarf that has a very special, you know, texture to it, like alternating different stitches, here different sections and so on, and you do, then of course it will be pretty clear that it is a stolen design, and I would not recommend doing that. But you know, I don't want to like I'm not, what I'm saying now is not to say something bad about anyone, but you know, people like hi Petra, welcome in. You know, people like you know, like Creative Grandma or Crystal or Krista, they do stitch tutorials every once in a while, where they will tell you, here is how to do the seed stitch, the basket wave stitch, the Paris stitch, whatever. They do stitch tutorials. You learn the stitch from one of the tutorials, and then you say, oh, I would really love to turn that stitch into a hat. The pattern of the hat with the seed stitch is, you know, is out there. There are many different people who have, because it's the seed stitch. Nobody owns the right to the seed stitch, which is what we were saying before. Nobody owns the right to a certain stitch. Even if they did come up with it by themselves and named it, anyone can use that stitch in their design. So if I do a hat pattern, and the stitch that I use for the hat pattern is the Paris stitch, but I call my hat, let's use the same word from before, the shakshuka hat, then you know, I don't need to credit anyone for that, not even the person from their tutorial I learned that stitch, because nobody owns the right to stitches. I hope that was clear. That's why I'm asking for everyone to add subtitles, or like the designer crochet creator I've mentioned, it's using computer generated voice in English from Spanish. I understand what you're saying, but I want to say something about that. So as a creator, I can tell you, YouTube has the option to let you as a creator turn on subtitles, which are like YouTube subtitles, so that someone can turn your video to subtitles with a certain language, and YouTube, using their program, will translate it. So they will, you know, write down whatever they think I'm saying and translate that. Or I can upload a file with subtitles. Now, in order for me to upload a file with subtitles for my video, I need to have someone make a subtitles file for my video, because I can do that myself. And you know, if I want it in different languages, then I need 5 or 6 whatever files with different languages, and then I need to upload all of them if I want right subtitles, the right subtitles of what I'm actually saying. And a lot of creators don't have the time or the means, or, you know, to put into that. So a lot of the creators do turn on the options of letting YouTube put automatic subtitles, and that doesn't always work. Sometimes, I know that some people watch, because I see my YouTube analytics, yeah? So YouTube will let you know what language people are watching your video, or if they're using subtitles, what kind of subtitles they're using. So I know that I have viewers who watch my videos with different subtitles. Whether or not the subtitles are correct, I have no idea, because they are the YouTube automatic subtitles. Not all the creators turn those on, because maybe they don't want that. They don't want YouTube to translate them wrong or whatever, and then people will come and, you know, blame them or say, but I kind of have the feeling that the case that you are talking about is a very, very specific case. So I don't know how to react to that specific case. I mean, I don't know what are her reasons to not want to do that, but that's just something that you should know in general about YouTube creators. Some of us turn on the automatic subtitles, and some of us don't, and each of us have our own reasons why we do it and why we don't. Hello to Amaris, welcome in. What about the likes of methods, magic, cast on, and so on? That is a good question, but I have a feeling that no. I have a feeling that methods are not copyrighted. Same as because I'm thinking, for example, you know, foundation double crochet. Nobody owns the right to foundation double crochet, right? Nobody owns the right for the magic circle. It is the same as stitches. I'm pretty sure. Didn't know until recently that MS Word will transcribe sound files for you. Then you only have to pack and find the problems with the transcription rather than starting from scratch. That is good to know, David. However, I mean, for me personally, that's another thing I don't have time to do, but that's very good to know. There might be creators out there who would like to use that method. Hello, Barb! Welcome in! Did I miss you? How's your birthday weekend going? YouTube subtitles can be hilarious. Yeah, I do agree. I have seen them on other people's videos. I would pay people to do FDC rows for me. Foundation double crochet rows, yeah. Same as I would pay people to, you know, weave in my ends and sew in different parts. All right, so okay, so we spoke about YouTube, and I only have one more thing to talk about when we talk about pattern design, and then we can have one of our famous pauses. So the last thing I want to talk about in terms of pattern design is translating. So let's say a written pattern is available out there, and it is in English. And you would like to take that written pattern is only available in English, and you would like it to be in a different language. You would like to translate it to Spanish or Russian or Portuguese or Hebrew or whatever other language you want. And are you allowed to? Are you allowed to buy a pattern from a designer and then translate it and then sell it? No. So legally, if you take someone else's pattern and translate it into your own language, you cannot sell it as your own. The correct or ethically correct moral thing to do would be to contact the designer. Contact the designer and tell him, I would really love to have your pattern translated into a different language. If you do that yourself, if you are a person who translate patterns, then it will only be nice if you offer and say, I would like to translate your pattern into Spanish or any other language. Would you be okay with me doing that? And then of course it depends on what they react. If they say, yeah, sure, go for it, then you can continue into asking, would you be okay with me publishing it in Spanish for other people? Or, I mean, again, 99% of the cases, the design belongs to the designer. If you translate it into another language, in accordance with them, they would either, pay you for the translation, but then they would, right, Barb. So the translation has to be approved by the designer, and you will not own the translation. So the pattern belongs to the designer. Whether or not they asked you to translate it for them, or you came to them saying, I would really like to translate this pattern so that people who don't speak English can have it as well. Still, the design belongs to the designer. It is not allowed, it is not legal to translate it without their knowledge, and if you do that and at some point it comes to their knowledge, they can definitely sue you. And in that case, in case of translation, it is a lot easier to prove that you actually copied their design, and so in that case you will most likely lose. Barbara saying her birthday weekend has been the worst for her diet. You meant, of course, turning on the automatic subtitles. Yes, they are clunky, like from Arabic or Russian, but with a tutorial they have been working for me quite well. Well, she must have her reasons if she would not do that, and all I can do is sorry. Exactly. Once again, error on the side of caution, and Barbie saying no, translation should be by approval of the designer only, and the design credit should go to them. Exactly. That is what I was saying. All right. So in terms of, written pattern designs, I think we covered everything, and we still have a list of other things that we need to talk about. So don't worry, we're not done. But we're going to have one of our famous pauses where if there's anything that has to do with written pattern designs, and what is covered and what is not covered that I did not talk about, this is your time to ask the questions. Also, if you walked in late, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, I would very much appreciate it if you consider subscribing. If you want to join our membership program, the little join button next to the subscribe button down below will take you to a full rundown of what it takes to be a member of the channel and what it gives you in return. And if you cannot see the little join button, then you can also go in the description box below, press that link to go to the perks, the channel perks, join this channel to receive special perks and learn all about it. Hi, Zawalet Simon. Hello, welcome in. This is such a broad topic. You could do an entire semester with this. Yes, I know, David. This is indeed. It is very hard to try to crank it all into one life. All right, so as I've said, during today's pauses, you are allowed to enter into the super chat giveaway that we have today in celebration of our 3,500 subscribers and 200 sales on Etsy. And we already had the first one, so cheers to Ursula and thank you. And in the super chat giveaway, so we have a few giveaways going on today. Sorry, things fell down. So let me do a rundown. So first of all, in the super chat giveaway that you can enter if you donate through super chat on any of the in-between pauses like we have right now. But once the class begins again, you're no longer allowed to do that because we are not going to interrupt the class. Okay, so in between, you can donate through super chat one time per person to enter into the giveaway. And here's what you get. So the first is this set of 40 minis, 40 minis in different colorways. They are 100% cotton and they are 10 grams each, 25 meters, 40 times 10 grams. That's 400 grams. It's perfect for a nice shawl. And to go along with them, you will be able to choose between, if you want a pair of my 3D printed sock blockers. They look like that and they block socks, and you will be able to choose whatever color you want. That's what they look like, and you will get a pair, of course. Or 1 second, let me take the socks off so you can see them. Socks off. So these are the sock blockers. You'll be able to choose your color, and of course you will get 2, as I've said, or you can get one of the yarn bowls, 3D printed yarn bowls. Either you can choose if you want the small size, the big size, and you will be able to choose your color. And they are, of course, they are, of course, branded with the J-hook crochet. And this one is dirty because that's the one I'm using. That's my yarn bowl. You will not get that one or that one. You will get your own. And let's see who's... some other people joined us. Yes, during the famous break, exactly. Hello, Divergent Crafter. Welcome in. And hello to the Wolverine. Oh, I love the name. Welcome in. And thank you for the congratulations. And looks like we have a question. Can I get in trouble for taking a pattern and making it and changing color or changing parts to make it into a Disney character for my grandchildren by the Disney Co-op? Barbara, that's coming up, so don't worry, we will talk about that. Mag sehr meinen schlechten Deutschsprache zu proben. Okay, yes, you like to try your German Sprache language. And we have Joyce. Cheers to Joyce. Great class as always, she says. Cheers to you. And David wants actual socks and not sock blockers. You can get that too, David. Yes, the famous yarn bowls. Thank you. Thank you. I work very hard on my 3D printed yarn bowls. They are very, very rare, and you can only win them once in like a blue moon or something like that. Oh, and we have Catherine too. Cheers to Catherine. So let's put Joyce in. Joyce, you are going in the yarn bowl. And Catherine is going into the yarn bowl as well. Right. Come on, people, would love some original Reggie Dirt. Oh, you mean because the bowl is dirty? Took me a while. You speak it poorly, but you like to do it. Do it. Do it. The more you do it, the better it gets. Thank you, D. Oh, thanks. Great class, difficult, complex subject, covering a enormously diverse aspect of a zillion different points. Yeah, it is. But thank you. I'm glad you like it. Disney is very strict on copyright, and there are on the ball. I would say if it's for personal use, why not? But don't sell the pattern. Yeah, we will talk about Disney in just a little bit. Don't worry, we're getting there. Did you see my third super chat? Did I? Oh, you were right in front of Joyce. No, I did not. Cheers again, Ursula. Don't get me drunk, yeah? Was gonna ask who's got the dirt on Reggie. You guys. All right, you guys are cracking me up. So, two more things, or three more actually, that I want to remind you all while we're still on our pause. So, first of all, if you weren't here in the beginning, Rose from Rose Likes Crochet, she does a year-long donation project to Wings. It is a charity organization donated to break the circle of domestic abuse, and she collects different crocheted items. Excuse me. Oh, okay, this time it was on camera. Sorry. And she collects a different item, a different crocheted item every month. And this specific month, in the month of June, she is collecting shawls. And for that purpose, I am offering all of my shawl designs that are on my Etsy shop, each of the patterns that is a shawl, for 50% off through the month of June. In addition, the other 50%, so whatever you will be paying for the pattern, will be donated to a domestic organization here in Germany as well. So it all goes to the donation. So that is, in case you wanted to get in on that. Also, if you were here on Thursday for the Thursday What's on the Hook Live, don't forget to go back and vote for the name for the new design. In the end of today's live, we will choose a winner for that as well. And if you were here last week for What's on the Hook Yarniversity, don't forget for Runway Yarniversity, Crochet on the Runway Yarniversity, then don't forget to go back and comment on that and answer the question that I asked at the end of the live to enter into that giveaway. We will also have a giveaway today for next week, so don't worry, we'll do that as well. And we got another super chat from Barbara. So cheers to Barbara. And your name is going in as well. All right. Or Reggie's gonna be drunk. Oh, yeah. Yes, cheers. Hello, Christy. Christy's Creations. I'm quite sure that there is no dirt at all on Reggie. Surely she is. No. Oh, no. Oh, no. We have Catherine here, so, the things she can tell you. Are your bowls for sales on Etsy? No, and they will also never be, because it makes no sense. It makes no sense. If I will price these and then put the shipping price on top, it will make no sense for you guys to order them from me. Nah. That sounds wrong, right, Barb? Oh, we have two more. So, cheers to Christy and cheers again to Ursula. Oh, you girls. Let me just write that in. Hello, Kim. Welcome in. Sorry all, but you have to leave. Oh no, David. Thank you for being here. I highly appreciate it. And I'll probably see you later on someone else's live. But thanks for visiting me today. Yes, those are the right emojis, Catherine. Tschüss. Yes, tschüss, David. Auf Wiedersehen. Ursula is trying to get you drunk. Yeah, I think I see that. All right, so the last thing I want to show you is what will be in today's giveaway. Please don't confuse them all. There are a lot of giveaways, but so what I'm about to show you today is what we will draw for next week. So when this live ends, when it goes into replay, so once we are off the live and the video goes into replay, you need to come back and comment down below. And I want you to leave a comment down below regarding, you know, this class's subject, something that has to do with what we're talking about in terms of, you know, law and etiquette that has to do with patterns and crochet designs. So come back to the live stream after it's over and leave a comment down below to enter into the giveaway, and we will pull a winner next week. And here is what in this week's giveaway. So first off, we have some lavender hand cream. It's a bio hand cream, so it's all natural and hasn't been tried on animals or anything. You can see it's vegan. You can see everything in the back. So hand cream, lavender hand cream. To go along with it, we also have a vegan-friendly lavender hand soap. So that goes with that. So a soap, a hand cream, and you will also get this little lavender scent. How do you call them? These little baggies, you know, that you put in your closet or in your yarn closet and so on. And it smells amazing, like lavender. So that will go in there as well. And I keep it in a bag so it will stay fresh. And since we are under the lavender theme, you will also get this lavender color Burnett satin yarn. Okay, this is a medium weight, 100% acrylic. There are 100 grams and 182 meters in this hank, and this will go along with it. So this is this week's giveaway, and to enter into that, you have to come back to the video once it goes into replay and comment down below something that has to do with today's topic. And oh, we got another super chat from Wanda. Thank you very much, Wanda. And your name is going into the bowl as well. Thank you. Bottom line with all of today's topic is it makes you question ethically. You should probably err on the side of caution. Yeah, well, that is correct. Yay for vegan, right? I'm glad you guys like everything that's in the giveaway. You love your organic hand cream you got from me. I'm very, very happy. You have that hand soap. It's really great, right? I have it too. I love it. Lavender scented sachet. Sachet is what it's called. Okay, thank you. Do the lotion and soap have coconut oil in them? That is a good question. The hand cream does not. And the hand soap has coconut acid, hydrogenated coconut acid is in the hand soap. I had no idea that that's an issue. I'm sorry. All right, so break is over. Back to our topic today. If you just walked in, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up. And if you're new here, I would very much appreciate it if you consider subscribing to the channel. And we are talking about crochet law, ethics, and etiquettes. And the next thing we want to talk about is naming your design. And that is everything that has to do with brand names, Disney, big brands. So, if you have created a pattern that has the image of a character of some sort, not just Disney, any other brand, it can be anything, then you cannot name it that, because the big brands own the names. They own the rights to the names of the characters. It's not only copyright, it's also trademark. Some of them. So, for example, the Avengers or anything like that. Oh no, you're highly allergic to coconut. I'm very, very sorry, Mocha, but you know what? If you win, I can substitute the hand soap for something else. Okay? That's also lavender. Oh! And cheers to Ursula. Again. Sorry, you were already doing it. You're a bad student, Ursula. You are going in the corner now. So you're going to sit in a corner until the end of the next section, okay? And don't make me call your parents. Some brands are tolerant of it, some are not. Disney never allows it. Yeah, well, I think, like David was saying before, that you should always err on the side of caution. I would not get into any kind of, big brand dispute. Baby Yoda is the best, case in point for the last few years, sorry, because it has been so much, out there. So many people have created different, Baby Yoda patterns, be it, some kind of amigurumi or a doll of Baby Yoda himself, or just things that have Baby Yoda on them. You can design something like that. You cannot use the name. As long as you don't leave me on solo. You left me on your own chat. Like, I was on your live chat and you left. What the F, Ursula? Disney was all over the designers that made the Baby Yoda. Yeah, that is correct. Hi, Christy. Hi. And hello to Julie Woolly Knits. Ursula is in a notebook. Yeah. Star Wars, Star Trek, Charlie Brown. Yes, yes, yes. All of them. All of those brands. Hi, Madonna, by the way. Hello to you. So all of those, big brands. By the way, Star Wars is now Disney, for those of you who don't know. So, all of those characters, the franchise, they own the names of the characters. Some of those are trademarks. Some of those are, you cannot make anything that might be considered as knockoff of one of their merch, and they have merch for everything. So you cannot create a blanket with one of their characters on it and call it that name. There is, a verge or like an opening in that law, whereas you can sell a pattern for an baby green alien amigurumi, or like Angela was saying, dancing tree in a pot design, or you can name it different things like that. But then again, they will not come after you for the name. But if the design, like if it's something that might hurt their income, they could go after you if there is anywhere in your design referring something that they own as a brand. So in terms of naming your designs, if it is inspired by something, you should have the word inspired in there. Let's take, for example, our Yarniversity from a few weeks back when we talked about crochet items in movies. Let's say I have seen a crochet item in a movie and I want to make a pattern inspired by that design. If I say the name of the movie in the design, I open myself to a lawsuit. But if I say it is inspired, then I already am half covered. Of course, the best thing would be to not say anything at all about where or what exactly this is coming to copy or to resemble. However, in terms of SEO and people searching for patterns, if you don't include the actual term somewhere in your description, people might not find your pattern when they are looking for it, because people don't look for weird baby green alien pattern. They look for Baby Yoda. So how can you go in between the lines there? You can name your pattern something else, and in the description of it, you can say it is inspired by, and then you're sort of covered. You tried the correct way and got a very polite and strict no, said Barb when she contacted a certain franchise to design things inspired by them. If someone is already making money from it, you probably can't. Yeah, exactly, totally. It is what they call portrait right on the image, so anything based on that image falls under that. That is correct, Barb. That's why tree in a flower pot, yes. Yeah, no, I would not sell anything saying an actual character name, especially if it's Disney. Disney are known for going after creators for that. But it's not only Disney. I mean, maybe they have a bad name, sort of like in the industry, because they tend to actually going after designers who do that and actually look, and they are like current on there. They have, their hand is on the keyboard. They are constantly watching out for new patterns being put out there who include those keywords, the name of their characters, and so on. So Disney are maybe very known for doing that, but it's not only Disney. Any other, big brand does it as well. The Avenger franchise and the DC universe are no different, and so on. Disney says no basically to anything based on their copyright images, characters, or names. That is correct, Barb. Is this time for super chat? No, Lacey, we are still on class. Next time we have a pause, I will tell you guys that we are on pause now, okay? So that is in terms of naming your design. Your son showed a video tutorial for Baby Yoda amigurumi, but the thumbnail was a gray bear. Yeah. Creators find their way around it, yes. I would say bad name. I wouldn't say bad name. They are consistent and it works. Yeah, right. People know they should not mess with Disney. Yes. But as I've said, it's not only Disney. Disney are just on it more than others. Exactly. Exactly. They have more, like, they have their people on there. Okay. But it's not only Disney. It's literally any trademark character names. So, you know, if you make a Snoopy, for example, it's the same amigurumi. Harry Potter is the same. Yeah. Although, is Harry Potter Disney? No, they're not. Are they? I don't think so, right? Who owns Harry Potter? Is it Disney? Then, you know, the whole Avengers series, X-Men, Spider-Man, all the comics, you know. For me, it was Disney and it was a Baby Yoda design, but they said no, so I made the one and my daughter claimed it. Yeah, I mean, of course, if you are not selling the pattern, if you're just making it, if you you know, come up with it with a Baby Yoda and you gift it to your friend, that is allowed. But if you are writing down a pattern for an amigurumi Baby Yoda, you should not name it that way, and you should say somewhere that it is maybe inspired by a movie, but don't say what it is, because then they can literally come after you. You can buy copyright permission through various companies, but be ready to pay out the wazoo. Yeah, definitely. But I don't think, I'm pretty sure crochet designers don't do that, because whatever they pay that company will be way more than what they will do from selling their pattern. Of course, go and ask, definitely. No, Harry Potter is Warner Bros. Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't think that it's Disney. Warner Brothers is actually strict in some places, I would say. I get that it is their property, but a lot of these movies are so successful because they gain a cult following. It seems to me like designers creating patterns for their brands would be good. Yes and no. You know, on one side, yes, on one side, no. It's a cut of their profit. Some companies only see the bottom line. Etsy takedowns shops that are even slightly under suspicion for infringing. That is correct. That is correct. Okay, so I have mentioned, you know, naming your designs and using the words inspired by rather than actually, you know, saying. And if you guys will excuse me really quick, sorry. Please don't hold this against me, but I already feel, sorry for the crinkling, that I'm about to sneeze. So please don't go anywhere. I did not finish the live stream. I'm still here. 1 second. All right, I'm back. Very, very sorry for that. But man, am I happy that I created that Be Right Back screen a few months ago. Yeah, you guys don't have to see all my snot. And you should be happy I created that screen. Hello, Jen. Hi, welcome in. Verified vendors pay millions to get the rights to produce designs under the license. That is correct. Trust me, I worked for one. Lots of lawyers and money watching every move and every piece of paper. Yes, totally. This is my jam. I'm glad you like the music. All right, so can make her sneeze behave. Love that. All right. So, before we move on, do you guys have specific questions about, naming your design in terms of, using a design that belongs to some brand? Let me know. Very happy I created that screen. Yes. Cheers, Madonna. Madonna, 2 weeks ago, I was drinking beer, especially for you, and you weren't here. No, Madonna. All right. So while I'm waiting for you guys to see if anyone has specific questions about that topic, this is now one of those pauses. Okay, so we are now on a sort of like a shorter than the previous one, but a short pause where if you want to enter into the super chat giveaway, you can do it now. I will remind those of you who came in late, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed, please, I would very much appreciate it if you consider subscribing. If you were here last week on Yarniversity and didn't remember to go back and comment answering the question that I asked last week to enter into last week's giveaway, now is your time to do that. If you were here on Thursday for What's on the Hook live, and you entered the help me name the shawl giveaway with the 2 names that I asked you guys to help me choose out of, then, if you haven't done that yet, then you still have time until the end of today's live to enter that. And I showed you guys what in the giveaway for today's Yarniversity, and we will choose a winner for that next week. Yeah, you missed it, huh? Hi, Helen. Welcome in. I'm allergic to wine? No, oh my god, don't even kid about that, Debbie. No, I am not allergic to wine. I hope I never will be. Oh, thank you, Ursula, and thank you, Lacey. Lacey is saying thank you as always for the info and good time. Cheers, Lacey, and cheers, Ursula. I'm not cheating. I took 2 sips and I'm writing down names. If I keep drinking, I hope I will be able to say what name is written on there when I take them out. All right, so you guys, yikes, door, right? Don't say things like that. It's not even a joke. I'm allergic to wine. Oh my god, no. Okay, pause is now over. Back on topic. So we pretty much covered everything that has to do with, like, in the eyes of the law. What is oh, we have another one. Christy! Cheers to Christy. I forgive you because you probably were still doing it while I was talking. So cheers to Christy, and I'll put you in. Thank you, Christy. Yes, it is very generous of you, Ursula. Thank you. Yeah, so, now I want to talk about what is more like etiquette, right? Like, what is more, being friendly to each other and being, like I said before, a good person, an honest person. When the gigs start again, I need Reggie to take all the wine off my hands. Yes, yeah. I will take wine off your hands anytime. Right, so let's talk a little bit about, being an honest person, being a nice person, being a friendly person who recognizes other people's hard work, hard labor. Don't worry, Christy. So, okay. we were talking in the beginning about what is allowed and what is not allowed. And I was telling you guys that some designers think that if they write up the pattern, they can control what you're doing with it. I'm not on my second yet, Doris. I'm still almost done with my first glass, but I have the bottle here. Yeah, that totally, or so totally not. Yeah, so we were talking about how some designers think that they can control what you do with the design after they write up the pattern. If in case you missed it, let me be very, very clear. Designers own the rights to their written pattern. If you have bought their pattern, or I mean, definitely if they offer their pattern for free somewhere, but nonetheless, if you bought the pattern, you paid for it, then obviously, if you paid for the pattern and you paid for the yarn and you put in your time and made the item, the finished item that you have made is yours, and it is yours to do with as you please. You want to use it, you can use it. You want to gift it, you can gift it. You want to sell it, you can sell it, and you can sell it for whatever you want. I'll be right back. My allergies are killing me today. I'm very sorry about that, and I hope you guys will forgive me. My nose is running non-stop. My eyes are itching, but I have makeup on, so I don't want to like itch my eyes. Definitely not on camera. Hope you guys will forgive me for that. So yeah, designers are not allowed to tell you what to do with the pattern once you have made it. There is, however, the the notion of being a nice person and respecting someone's request. There is the law, then there is real life and unethical action. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. I'm not sure if I managed to press the button fast enough, and if you guys saw me sneezing or not, but I hope you did. Anyway, yeah, so there is the notion of, respecting the designer's wishes. So if you come across a pattern and the pattern says, please do, or even if it can say anything from please do not sell items that you made using this pattern, and it can be anything that's like you are not allowed to, in a very strict kind of language. But if the pattern that you have includes some kind of phrase like that, the nice thing, or the proper thing to do would be to respect the designer's wishes. They don't want you to sell items that you create with their pattern. If you really want to make a shawl for sale and you come across a pattern and you really want to make, but the pattern includes that phrase, I would just, move on and find a different shawl. Angela. Sorry, that comment made me smile. Yeah, so the proper thing to do with big glass ready, right? Thanks, Ursula. You're such a nice person. So the nice thing to do would be to respect their wishes and, move on and find a different pattern, really. If the designer does not understand that people making their designs is the whole point of them selling their design, then there's really nothing you can do. I mean, I'm a designer, so I sell my written patterns. I also have some free patterns, some free written patterns that are out there in different places. And I also have free video tutorials on my YouTube. I personally, as a designer, think that there's nothing more satisfying than seeing other people making my designs, benefiting from them in some way. Whether it's they've made it and now they have a beautiful item that they want to wear or a gift to someone, and whether it is that they have made it and they are selling it and they are profiting from that, whether it is that they have made it and they have learned something from making it. That is, there's nothing more gratifying than that feeling when I see someone post a picture of an item that they made off of one of my designs. It always makes me smile, always makes me happy. I love that. I really, really love that. Sadly, not all of the designers are like that. Some designers, they have that, I don't know, like anxiety maybe, or fear you can call it, that people will make their designs and either, forget to credit them, or, people will get all the compliments for their beautiful creations and no one will say anything about the design. Like, if all that interests you in the world of crochet and designing is getting, credited and notified, and that people will praise you and worship you as like some kind of like an amazing designer, then you really shouldn't, sell your designs. Just, make your own designs, put pictures of them, and get all the praises yourself. But if you're a crochet designer and you're making money off of selling your patterns, you cannot control what people do with the patterns once they buy them. Once they buy them, they paid money for them, they are free to do it as they wish. And you have to let go. You have to, as a designer, learn to let it go. Release it into the crochet world and let it grow, sort of like we do with our children. Let it live its own life, and be happy. Be happy with it, and be happy with what happens with it, and don't be a controlling piece of S. Pollen is miserable this year. Yeah, it's your eyes, right? Reggie the raccoon. You know what? There was a period in my life where people referred to me as a raccoon. It was shortly after I was in the army. I used to wear these big sunglasses and walk around in Israel where it's all sunny. And I would have like this sun. I had one of those like really big sunglasses. These like fly eye sunglasses. The ones that look like a huge eyes, and I would have this like tan because of the sun in Israel. So here where my sunglasses were on, it was white underneath, and everything else, the rest of my face, was like really dark from the sun and the tan. So people called me a raccoon. It was a whole period in my life, years. Trying to learn everything you can from me. Oh, thank you. On this subject, since you're starting on my own designs. Yay, Petra! Cheers to that. Cheers and good luck, Petra. Good luck. Yeah, I'm also learning so much. It's so great to have all this info. Oh, thank you. I'm so happy that you guys like it. If you burst into song now, I'm gone. Says Solas. I agree. Unless it's confusing, unless it's causing you financial loss, let it go. Exactly. Aviator glasses. That's the word I needed. Thank you, Christy. Reverse panda. Yes. So, like I said, Reggie Raccoon. Yeah, so like I said, if you are a maker and you make other people's designs, then, be friendly and honor their requests. There's always the option to address the designer, to write them in person and ask for their permission. And if they say no, you know, honor their wishes. And there are so many patterns out there. If someone really does not want their patterns to be made into finished objects and those finished objects sold, you know, there's so many other people out there who design patterns that are similar. Just choose someone else's and give someone else the credit that they deserve. So that's, you know, as a maker. And as a designer, don't be a control freak. You design your patterns. If you put your patterns out there for people to make, your goal should be that people will make them. Otherwise, why would you put them out there? Yeah. All right. The only thing you can forbid is reselling the pattern. Yeah, we're getting to that in a second. Catherine got that song stuck in her head now. Wonderful. I need a purple raccoon design. That is a good idea for my next custom emoji. I'm actually writing it down now. Purple raccoon. I wonder if I'll remember what I meant by that tomorrow. Purple raccoon. Well, it's on the agenda. All right. So the next thing I want to talk about is something that you guys just mentioned. Actually, Bard just mentioned it, which is reselling patterns. So, of course, if you have bought a pattern from someone, you paid money for that pattern, it is illegal to share that pattern with all your friends. So, you know, like community pattern, no, that's a big no-no. Of course, there's no one can control that. So no one there's nothing physical or even spiritual preventing you from buying one pattern and then sharing that pattern with all of your friends, you know, sending them that on WhatsApp or whatever. But there should be a moral blockage in your mind preventing you to do that. So, you know, if that moral blockage doesn't exist with you, I don't know what to do. But it should be there. Like, you should not do something like that. It is legally, it is illegal. Yes, it is very hard to prove when something like that is done. Nobody can really keep track of that, but you really should not do that. You should tell your friends, I had this pattern, it's really, really good. You should get it. And not, I had this pattern, it's really, really good. Here, let me give it to you so you don't have to spend $2 on it, you know. Can make an amigurumi purple raccoon. I'm sure you can, Barb. You actually had someone email and ask if they could sell the shawl they made from my pattern. I responded, of course, that's the point. Exactly, right? But the reason people ask that, Mocha, the reason that people come to the point where they have to ask the designer is because there are so many designers out there that are such control freaks and they put it in their patterns. It's actually written in the written pattern that you buy. There's like a disclaimer there. You're not allowed to sell any, but they are not allowed to do that. So just for you, you guys should know, if you have a written pattern that has that line in there, it's more like a wish from the designer. They cannot legally prevent you from selling anything made with their design, even though they think they can, but they cannot really legally. As I write patterns, it always comes to me that I learned these things somewhere from someone. I'm providing instructions and guidance, but making up knitting or crochet. And not making up knitting crochet. Exactly, right. If you're teaching someone else to crochet, can you use a pattern from a book you have bought, or do both people need to own that book? I think, okay, don't quote me on that, because that is the specific question. I have really no idea. But I'm pretty sure if you're both sitting together in the same room and one person have a book and he shows it to the other person, I'm pretty sure that's legal. I mean, we do that, right? when someone comes to our house and sits next to us and I show them that really good book that I bought, you know, I'm pretty sure that's okay. You have piracy is the crime flashbacks. Yeah, well. Oh my, Soji is addictive. You hum it after the class is over. Oh, you mean the music? Sorry. I feel like I'm about to sneeze again. If I will, it will go to purple real quick, okay? Please forgive me. Mocha says, yeah, she knows she was flattered that she asked, but I think it's sad that she had to feel that she can ask. I feel the same. I agree. Barbara, if you're teaching someone, you're selling or giving your skill, not the pattern or the finished project. It's okay to share a book so long it's not for profit. Yes, I think that what Bev said is actually the correct way of saying what I was saying. Like, you're just, if you are teaching someone and you're selling the skill of crocheting and you're just showing them a book that you have, I'm pretty sure that's legal. Form of paid forward, yeah. Book can be copied and used for education purposes. Just don't sell the pattern as your own, says Mocha. And she should know. She's, you know, in the law business. All right. You know, the best that you can take out of it is how to avoid these situations. Either contact the designer. If there is some kind of if there is no disclaimer in the pattern, there is no need to contact the designer. Most of the designers are reasonable people who understand that if they sell their patterns, it is so that people can make them. If there is a disclaimer in the pattern and you're not sure, or you want to ask for a specific permission, contact the designer. How else can you avoid these situations? If there is a designer known for those kind of disclaimers in their patterns, don't buy their patterns, don't use their patterns, use someone else's. Give the credit to people who actually deserve it. And if a lot of designers who sell their patterns like on Etsy or on Ravelry will have it in the pattern description before you even buy the pattern, so you will know before you buy them that you will not be able to use them. And if that is the case, then don't buy the pattern, you know. One more subject that we should address when we talk about that subject is don't put, sorry. Oh, you guys could see my eyes, right? It's like this was a bad one. All right. So, another thing that we should mention when we talk about etiquette and, like, you know, be a nice, polite person. Don't talk trash about designers, you know. Don't tarnish someone's name. Don't smear them all over the internet. If you had a bad experience with a designer, if you use someone's design and there was some kind of misunderstanding, or there was a disclaimer in their pattern and you didn't, you know, reach out to them to tell them, hey, you know, legally you're not allowed to, but would it be okay if, and so on. So if you're not really happy with the certain way that a designer held themselves in their handling with you, don't drag them through the mud. Don't go everywhere and say, that designer is blah blah blah. Don't talk trash about people. That only reflects badly on you. So, you know, it's some designer, you addressed them, you asked them something, they either did not respond, or the response that they gave you was not the one you wanted, or maybe they were even a really piece of ass when they answered your request, the way they spoke to you or the way they responded to you. Still, keep that between you two. Keep your opinion about that person to yourself. Don't be a complete pain in the behind. That really only reflects badly on you and not on the other designer. So this crochet allergy, where exactly did it start? Oh no, you guys are saying like a crochet allergy, wine allergy. Don't wish me those things. You're not my friends. It's a bad allergy season here too, says Mocha, especially pet danger. Your dog is killing you. Oh no, that's terrible. If we drank every time you say, yeah, let's do that. Yes, let's do that. A sneeze drinking game. Yes, right? Sorry. I mean, Bev. I mean, it's funny that someone has to say that, right? But don't do that. Yes. All right. So I think we pretty much spoke about, everything that I wanted to cover, what to do, what not to do, and how to be a nice person in the world of crochet. I hope that you guys did not think that this subject was as ridiculous as some people thought when I put out the post out there and some of the comments that I got on the post. I hope that you found it, useful and beneficial. Catherine, of course, likes the idea. I knew you would. Yeah, right? Don't talk trash. If you could not say something nice, then don't say anything at all, right? Yes, we practiced this last week on Crochet on the Runway class, right? We practiced that, guys. We've been through that. Oh no. Oh my god. What's going on here? You saw a video from a big name crocheter and they were going way off about a yarn company that sent her yarn and a flyer with a pattern on it, which gave credit to the pattern designer, and it was a... I will wait. Or maybe I was supposed to understand what it was and I didn't. Saw a video from a big name crocheter. They were going way off about a yarn company that sent her yarn and a flyer with a pattern on it, which gave credit to the pattern designer, and it was a... Oh, and it was a free pattern, and they, I think, did it literally just out of ignorance. And it really made me have some negative feelings to that crocheter. I totally get it, Lacey. I totally do. I don't like people who just trash other people for, for attention. I don't like that. Someone did that to me a few weeks ago. If you follow that person, or maybe a month ago, if you follow that person and you follow me, then you know what it was. I'm not gonna say anything about that because I don't trash other people. That's what I mean, Reggie. We shouldn't have to say it. I used to supervise some young ladies. I told them if they had to ask if they were allowed to wear such and such to work, the answer was no. Yeah, right? I get that. You shouldn't have to. If there's something that you feel like you're saying but you shouldn't need to, that means it's probably like not okay. Seriously, sounds like those people needed this chat more than we did. Major takeaway, don't be a douche. Yes, exactly. So chicken collector. Oh, I love that name. Very good, thank you. I have wondered about this topic a lot, and so I'm very glad that it was useful. Usually, if I have to ask myself if it's okay, that's a sign it's probably not okay. Yeah, right? I agree with that. True, Doris, says Catherine. Mine is 1, is it true? 2, is it necessary? 3, is it nice? If one of these is no, don't say it. Don't do or say it. Right. How many glasses per bottle? 2? No. I usually get like 3 glasses out of each bottle, and one of those glasses I drank last week on Yarniversity, so 2 were left for today. Off topic but excited news to share. I just got an 8-week-old golden retriever puppy. Oh my god! Oh, so cute. What's his name? What's his name? You know I'm not gonna diss you on the internet because my mama taught me better than that. Oh yeah. You know I'm not gonna diss you on the internet because my mama taught me better than that. I'm a survivor. Is this copyright? You think it was great, Lacey. I'm happy. Reggie is the chicken collector too. Yes, did I guys tell you? Did I tell you guys? Too much wine. You think? Did I tell you guys that I have chickens now? I have 2 chickens. Oh my god. I have never in my life thought that I would be an, owner of chickens. And I am. Yes, I love puppies. I really, 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 really love puppies. All right, while you guys are chatting away, first of all, in case it wasn't clear, this is kind of a pause. Well, we're like a post subject pause because we sort of finished talking about today's topic. So if you still want to get into that giveaway, you can now do the super chat. If you haven't yet commented on either the shawl name or last week's Yarniversity, I will give you guys 2 more minutes and then I will get the links into the YouTube random comment picker for both of those, and then we will choose winners for that. Oh no, Zawal and Zyphon is leaving now. Why? Did I miss something? Too much over the puppy. You have chickens too? I did not think they're so cute. They're such a cute animal. I really did not think that chickens are a cute animal, but they are. Time for Kitchenaire stitch, which I did not make up. That made me laugh more than it should have, right? Good start. You think you have 25-ish. Wow. Does each of them have a name? I did say. Did each chicken have a name? Because, okay, we only have 2, but of course we named them. Of course. Oh, cheers, Ursula. Cheers. Lacey wants chicken so bad. Need to build a coop. My husband spent so much money on building their coop. Oh my god. Those chickens have a bit nicer house than mine. We have several chickens. They taste good too. No, we're not. I don't think we're gonna eat ours. But we do eat the eggs. Yes, chicken rule. I do think you're funny, Beb. Who named it? Who names their dinner? You guys, that's like around the time to make these kind of remarks, because you guys know I'm already after one glass of wine, and in general I'm prone to those kind of jokes. But do they have my yarn stash? No, they don't. And it will probably not fit in their coop. So I'm not really that jealous of them. Having chickens is on my bucket list, not the ones in your freezer. You want them for the eggs, but don't want to eat the chickens themselves. No, we don't eat them. We only have two, and they're only for eggs. And they're up to the point where we get 2 eggs a day now, so it's really nice. I made the cake this week. Most have names, some we call by their color or temperament. Oh, that's nice. Reggie, are you going to crochet sweaters for your chickens? I did not consider that, Madonna. Should I? Would I? When we had baby chicks, the kids named them McNugget 1, 2, and 3. Oh no. Oh no. Our chickens don't have names. They're old, says Vegan Crochet. We take the ones that are out of duty laying hens. They still lay, but not enough for the commercial owners. Our rooster is called Hovata. Oh, really? That's interesting. Will I manage to get this purple Reggie the Raccoon made before next Saturday? That is an interesting question, Barb. But I thought we were talking about Sunday now, because we have a plan, right? Chickens are on Mocha's bucket list as well. You have too many eggs, Catherine. Catherine, you have 4, right? 4 chickens. Don't even eat the eggs. I thought so. I figured, Vegan Crochet. I mean, Susanna, I figured you guys probably don't eat the eggs. But my kids and my husband do. They are vegetarians, not vegan. Lots of free patterns for chicken sweaters. Really? I should look that up. Oh, that would be a fun video. Google chickens in sweaters. Be prepared to laugh, says Mocha. Oh, I really want to Google that now. Our rooster is called Herr Schröder. Herr Schröder. My uncle used to have a pig named Pork Chop. Oh no. And my other uncle had one named Hamlet. Yes, but it has to be done by Saturday. Yeah, true, right, Bar. Oh, Wanda, thank you. And cheers. Cheers to Wanda. Yeah, 2 Miss Brown and 2 Miss Black. Oh, so that's okay, pretty easy. Our chickens probably will kill you. They try to put a sweater on them. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I should try, right? So ours are called Chicaleta and Henrietta. And those are the names of the chickens. The one, there's only one chicken in the Paw Patrol. It's a TV show my kids watch. And in the English version, she is called Henrietta. And in the German version, she is called Chicaleta. So it's pretty much, the same chicken. It has 2 different names. And so we call them Chicaleta and Henrietta. Chicken probably will kill you if you try to put a sweater on them. Yeah, chicken sweaters. Our bunnies were named Pilzram and Schnitzel. Oh no, the bunnies. It is funny in German though. Pilzram and Schnitzel. Schnitzel mit Pilzram. Oh no, that sounds tasty though. I have sent you a photo of an item you can 3D print for your chicken. Oh my god, Angela. I will look it up in a sec. Alright guys, 2 minutes are up for you guys. So let's go to the YouTube random comment picker. Take you with me. So first we're going to choose a winner from last week's Yarniversity, I think. I may have confused the two, but I think we're now choosing a winner from last week's Yarniversity for the for Crochet on the Runway. We will see by the comment, I guess. So Barbara McEwan. I hope I pronounced your name right. She said she loved the D&G Dolce & Gabbana. You are surprised they didn't get more love. Well, Barbara, you are the winner. Please send me an email. My email is in the description box below this video. Say I am the winner and send me your full address, including the country you come from, so that I can ship your Yarniversity prize to you. Congratulations to Barbara. Cheers. And now we will go to choose the winner from naming the shawl. So first of all, you know what? First, what I'm going to say is I'm going to choose a winner out of all the comments, so that the winner can also be someone who voted for the name that wasn't chose. I think it's only fair because the point was to get people to vote and not to get people to vote for the same name. I don't know what name was the winner because I did have some people who probably still voted while Yarniversity was going today. So I was gonna announce what name was the winner for the pattern name today on Yarniversity, but since people were still voting during the Yarniversity live, I will only be able to count after the live is finished. So I'm going to choose a winner, and the winner can be, someone who commented whichever one of the two names. And then I will announce the name of the pattern, or actually you will probably find out the name of the pattern, the chosen pattern, when the pattern comes out, so you will know which one won. Or you can, if you're really curious, you can go back to the video and count what name had more votes. So let's get your votes. There were 27 people voting for the winning name. And our winner for that is Catherine! Catherine from Cat's Eye Catchers. She voted for Fairview. She thinks Gotham needs a more dramatic design. So, congratulations to Catherine. You are the winner. All right, let's go back to me. So Catherine and Barbara, don't forget to email me with where you want your prizes to be shipped. So Catherine, to remind you, you won the sticker and the set of mini sparkly yarn, as well as a copy of the pattern once it is released. And Barbara, you won the set of minis from last week's Yarniversity, which sadly I cannot reach. It's like right there, but I cannot reach it. But I hope you guys all remember what it looked like. So I'm curious if it's not feel like answering, but won't you even eat your own chicken eggs? Congratulations to Barbara. Good, everyone. Congratulations, Barbara. Don't remember if you voted. There are chicken in tutu designs, and no people walk their chicken with the chicken wearing a harness. Really? No, we did not get to that. I mean, every once in a while we will open the door of their coop and we'll let them like also walk around the garden freely, but not more than that. At first glance, Gotham was a favorite, says Catherine. I will have to count later on. Whoop whoop! Yes, congratulations, Catherine. You have a feeling you have the pattern even before. Yes, that might happen. Congratulations. So, congratulations to Barbara and Catherine. You guys, don't forget to come back to the video and comment. Don't worry, I will pull a winner from the super chat in just a second, but I just remind you, don't forget to come back to the video and comment down below this video, this live stream, when it goes into replay. Come back and comment down below and let me know something. Say something that has to do with today's class, you know, to win the lavender set. And if you're allergic to anything in the lavender set, I will substitute for something else for you. Because of today's class, I know that it would be inappropriate for me to message Catherine and ask her to share that pattern. That's an appropriate response, Lacey. All right, so are you guys ready to choose the winner from the super chat? So the winner will get, as I have said, that wonderful set of minis and either a pair of my 3D printed sock blockers or their choice of size and color of my 3D yarn bowls. All right, so ready to choose the winner. They are all in here. Not that anyone says, you know, that I'm cheating or something. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? I'm not looking. Are you ready? Are you ready? There you go. So nobody says I'm cheating. Okay, that's the one. Me please, pick me. Catherine, no, I was vegan before we had chickens and eggs were on my I don't eat that list so long, couldn't bring myself to eat them. I get that. All right, are you guys ready? We're gonna find out together. So, the winner is Christy's Creations. So, congratulations to Christy from Christy's Creations. That prize is yours. Please email me. My email is in the description box below. Even if I already have your address, just, you know, claim your prize and give me your full address, including country, so that I can have your prize shipped to you. And let me know if you prefer to have the 3D printed yarn ball and what color, or the 3D printed sock blockers and what color. All right. Well, congratulations to Christy. Cheers to you. Congratulations also to Barbara and Catherine. Cheers to you. And I have had a wonderful time with you all today. I felt like we had a wonderful class conversation in general. And it's already been 3 hours, so I think I'm gonna go eat my dinner. Drink the rest of this glass, because it's a shame to let the wine go to waste, right? And I should probably buy some more wine before next week's Yarniversity. So, thank you all for joining in today. You spelled my name on that paper wrong, says Lacey. That was a funny one. So anyway, I hope you all had a good time. I'm sorry for all the sneezing and, you know, for my face being all leaky. Have you made a file for a 3D printer yarn bowl yourself, or is it available online? It is not available online. My husband, well, there is one similar that is available online, but my husband alternated this one, so there is one very similar that is available on Thingiverse, but mine is a little different. I don't know, we customize it to fit my needs, and those are the ones that I make. It's a little more round, and the opening is a little bit different for the yarn, and of course, well, there's J-hook crochet on the bottom. Yes, cheers. Thank you. Need to practice your puppy dog eyes for when you get to my place. You need one of those bowls. Thank you all for watching and for joining me every week. I have a lot of fun with you guys, so thank you all very, very much for watching. Oh, before I forget, there's going to be a What's on the Hook live this week again, this upcoming week. So check out the channel, go back to the channel. The stream is already scheduled, and I will put the link to that on the Facebook group as well as on the community post tomorrow. So for those of you who haven't seen the schedule live, so you can set up your watches. It will be kind of hard for those of you across the pond because it will be kind of very late at night for you guys, but for those of you in Asia and Europe, the ones who joined us this week on What's on the Hook, it's going to be about the same time as this past week. So join me then as well. Thank you all very, very much for being here. Let me see if we have any questions before I go. Are you going to sell your sock blockers? No, same problem as with the yarn balls. Fun Sunday time together. Yes, I have such a wonderful time with you guys. Yes, good night. So I will look at that picture, don't worry. Thank you all very, very much for watching. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for hanging out with me. And don't forget to come back and comment for the prize. And yes, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. I very much appreciate all of you being here. Thank you very, very much for watching. And I will see you next time. Bye.